right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. We're going to get into these scriptures, man. We're going to talk about separation, man, because this is something that we got to get into right now. Separation is going to probably be the best thing for us at this point in time, man. This is what we need, because if y'all see everything that's going on right now in this world, separation is the key. We got to separate ourselves from everybody else of this earth, because they're showing you that they do not care. They're showing it. They're making it plain to see right now. So if you don't see it, it's just because you don't want to at this point. Go to the book of Zephaniah 2 and 1 for me real quick. All right, once you got it, go ahead and read it. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Let me try to pull it up real quick. Go ahead and read.
Chapter 2, verse 1. Gather together, O nation, not desired.
Yea, gather together is not desired. So, for what we're talking about right here, right now, who is the nation that's not desired? Do y'all know who the nation? Because if you don't know who the nation is that's not desired, I can show you. I can show you. Let's go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5, real quick. Yep. Chapter 11, verse 5.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors do what?
Slay them.
Whose possessors do what?
Slay them.
It's like there's something going on with the... It says, whose possessors slay them and do what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
Who is being slain in this world that we're living in right now? Who is being unalived in the streets? Who's being, you could say, kidnapped and thrown in cage blankets, and you can hear the cry before blankets, and you can hear the cries from the concentration camps. Blacks, Hispanics, and 12 tribes of Israel are the people that's not desired on this earth. The book of Zephaniah 1 said, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. See, the nations that are not desired are the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are the people that's being slain. See, we are possessions of our oppressors right now. See, that's how they see us. We're possessions. We're things that they can take and do whatever they want to at any point in time.
Right.
So you cannot think that you're more than what you can't think for 1 second that you are at the top right now. You can't think that. You want to know why? Because your oppressor shows you every single day. That's right. They show you with ICE. Because what is ICE? It's supposed to be somebody that does what? What is ICE? It deports who? Illegal immigrants, right? Why aren't the Chinese being deported? Why aren't the East Indians being deported? Right. There's plenty of them without green cards. There's plenty of them that has no documentation, but they got shopping centers. Exactly. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them in this world that nice. Nobody's saying nothing to them. Nobody's doing anything to them. How many legal paperwork and nobody's saying nothing to them? Nobody's kicking down their doors. ICE is only targeting blacks. See, and this is the thing. On the streets, you know who his space. They're out there at the rallies talking. They were out there going to the marches, going everywhere that we were going. Word Because even though that they were raised up to still knew for a fact, you know what, we going through the same stuff they go through. You know, only people that don't have that same type of energy is blacks. We don't have that same type of energy when it comes down to our Hispanic brothers and our Hispanic sisters and our Puerto Rican and Colombian and Guatemalan brothers and sisters. We don't have that same energy. You know the energy that we have? Man, it ain't got nothing to do with us, man. We need to, hey, stay out the way. Stay out the way. Let them deal with them. Nah, these are your people too. Because once they get done dealing with them, what do you think they're going to do? Come right back to us. What you got?
It's so many stuff because, like, me growing up right here, like, literally down the street.
Yeah.
I grew up around the Latinos.
Yeah.
You know, but
it probably got a short in it.
Yeah. It's surreal because it's like you can't even rock with them. Like, you know, they have a choice. Like,
hey, do me a favor. You can grab the batteries right there, maybe. Well, check the mic, because if the batteries, the mic should be all right. Probably got a short in it. Yeah, just switch them out.
But it's crazy because you only have a choice to have an SA partner. I mean, you can have an SA partner,
yeah,
but either his dad or your partner, not gonna agree with it.
Yeah.
So then it's like you just ease back and then go to your crowd, you know, just keep the tension down because their dad got bigger things going on in the neighborhood than you can even see.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest part about it. We were raised to hate one another. But we was raised to love all oppressors. The person that we should have been raised to hate, we were raised to love. And the person that we were supposed to be raised to love, we were raised to hate. That's the problem. We're so caught up in loving the wrong people that we don't even see that our brothers and sisters that go through the same stuff. ICE is nothing but the new KKK.
Right. That's right.
But y'all don't see that. Y'all sitting here, ISIS, they hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians so much that they're willing to kill their own, unalive their own, just to get to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, just to get to the Hispanic, the Puerto Rican, Colombian, Guatemalan, and people from Chile, just to get to them, to snatch them away from their family. They'll kill their own. They'll unalive their own just to get it. And you think that we're crazy about saying we do not like them. We do not mess with the oppressor. We don't mess with them. Because they are the biggest robbers. They're the biggest murderers. They're the biggest rapists. They're the biggest. When it comes down to doing everything against the Lord, they the biggest at it.
Right.
They do it more than anybody else on the face of this earth. What you got?
And not to interrupt, but it's crazy because they have a legit Sodom and Gomorrah, meaning like the people up there in Utah doing the coast, the sex coast.
Yep.
But then they want to try and break down this and that.
Yeah.
You know, for talking about illegal prostitution, but they got a whole state that, you know, they warn and they just sweep it under the rug and, you know, make it seem like it's religion.
Yeah.
You know, and really it's the biggest prostitution, kidnapping ring in America.
But you see what you said?
Yeah.
They make it seem like it's what?
It's religion.
It makes it seem like it's religion. You want to know why? Because if it's religious, it's okay. It got to be okay because it's religious. This is our religion. This is what so it should be okay. That's how your oppressor coats the stuff that they're doing. They put it under religion. What you got back there?
It's a lot about me. They put it under religion, but from last time I checked, weren't Catholics the biggest child abusers?
Yes, they are. They still got that title, brother. They the champions of the world when it comes down to that, brother. They are the champions of this world. They got the belt. they ain't letting it go no time soon, man.
Right.
That's the problem. The problem is this is their world that they're living in though. This is their kingdom. So they can do whatever they want to do. Why do you think ICE feels so comfortable? Go to the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 8 for me. I'm gonna show you how the oppressor is having his way right now and what they're and what the Bible said about your oppressor.
Book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth lurking places of the village.
It says he does what?
Sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
Keep reading.
In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent.
It says, does he what?
Murder the innocent.
Your oppressor, he does what? He said he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. And it says, in the secret places, does he murder the innocent? Keep reading. What else did it say?
His eyes are prettily set against the poor.
His eyes are what?
Prettily set against the poor.
It's showing you your oppressor. It's showing you what they do. Your oppressor is sitting in your villages. It's sitting in your neighborhoods, acting like he cool with you, acting like, hey man, the same way you poor, I'm poor too. The same way you getting down. Yeah, you know, you had a lot of people in your neighborhood that's talk about they love y'all. They would have came over for the barbecues and all these different things, right? But as soon as they passed the law for citizens to be able to detain Hispanics that don't have paperwork, then all of a sudden your same neighbors that was cool, now all of a sudden they wearing ICE uniforms. Now all of a sudden they're unaliving you in these streets. Now all of a sudden children. You don't think that separation is the way? You don't think that we need to separate ourselves from them? You don't think that we need to get away from their way of thinking? Their ways of thinking is what's destroying Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Their way of thinking and their way of acting and moving are the exact reasons why we are at the bottom. Because we are doing what they do. We're following their customs. We're following their culture. We're not following ours. Because if we were following the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, we would be better off. See, once I got into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and I started to know the oppressor, I started to know Esau for who he truly was,
Right.
And all the people that's along with them, the Hamites and all that, the Moabites, and started to really see who they were and who they are. I started being able to maneuver better. See, that's one thing we don't do. We don't know how to maneuver now in this world because we're so caught up in what everybody got going on. We go to the Hispanics and Native Indians, we want to be the best at everything. We want the best at everything to the point where we'll be the best sinners. Because we don't know what it is to separate ourselves. We don't know what it is to love our own to the point where I don't have enough love to give to anybody else. Because I give all my love to the 12 tribes of Israel. If I was stingy with my love, if we as a people would be stingy with our loves, man, do you know how this world would change with a snap? What you got, Doc?
If I may, is that, and I'm just speaking that direct context, but when he said don't cast your pearls amongst swine,
Exactly.
like we activating them to be able to move as a unit, you know, the oppressor, because we go to it. So we just started, you know, really being selfish with our love and just giving it to, putting it or directing it to where it needs to be directed. You know, we'll go ahead and get that 144, so we crack the sky.
Right.
Yeah.
See, our biggest thing right now, is this. Our people, we don't even, We don't even understand what's going on in this world. We don't even understand the fact of we are so destroyed from lack of knowledge. We are so destroyed because we're following others that we don't even have. Even though you can be living in an apartment, you still don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Because every single day, we're living paycheck to paycheck. Every single day, we don't know if we walk outside, we're going to make it home. Every single day, we're out, you know what? How to make ends meet. How to make sure that my family is good at all times. How to make sure that everything is all right. That's our fight every single day. You think your oppressor has that same, that they wake up in the morning and be like, I wonder if I'm gonna make it home tonight. I wonder if I go to a store and get some tea and Skittles with a hoodie on, if I'm gonna get shot in my back. I wonder if, if I'm boiling water on the stove, if I'm gonna get shot in my head. Do you think your oppressor thinks about that same stuff? Do you think your oppressor had to get hey, you are a black man, you are a Hispanic man, you are a Native Indian man or woman in this world. You cannot move the same way as everybody else. Understand, if the laws pull you over, make sure that you got your hands so you have a weapon in them. Do you think y'all know? But in a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household, those are the conversations that we have to have. Children, right now, understand, police officers stop you for any reason. Don't argue back. Don't scream. Don't run. Because if you do, you will be unalive. Hurt. They will treat you any kind of care about. And you wonder, oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You wonder why deceivers, that they're the biggest deceivers on the face of this earth. You don't like y'all. We don't have feelings for y'all. We don't care to join ourselves with y'all. Because we care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we're talking about our own neighborhoods. Own stuff. And you know what? I bet the crime rate will go down if blacks, Hispanics, and nowhere near. I bet the crime rate will go down. I bet you have to worry about somebody having a hermit crab mentality that if they see that shining, they got to come get what you have because we always share together on one. With the stuff that we're dealing with right now. Because we are dealing with the oppressor. Because we're following their laws. We're following their commandments. Pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Well, they're when they're telling you that you don't have to lay down with her and throw her away. Oh, you can have kids with her and just tell her to go get an abortion. We're dealing with lawless people following their laws. If people, what kind of laws do you think that everything is up for grabs? Go to Proverbs 29 and 2.
I was just about to tell you about it. There's a documentary about the Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
I mean, speaking of the apartment that was in the mall of Providence, Rhode Island, where 8 artists lived in. But of course, they were white privileged. But on the documentary, they said it. Like, each one of them said it out of their mouth. I think we got away with it because we were white privileged. And I was like, whoa, like the whole mic just dropped. But yeah. It's on Netflix and it's called, I think it's called the Secret Apartment. And they literally was just basically telling the nation, like telling everybody, hey, you know, white privilege is real. Like they telling you to your face.
Yeah. Because for them, it is real.
Yeah.
For them, you can do whatever you feel like doing. Because they got privilege.
Yeah.
Proverbs 29:2. Once you got to go ahead and read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse. When the righteous, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
I just got a question. Are we mourning or are we rejoicing right now? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, are we rejoicing right now or are we mourning? You sure we're mourning? Because if we're mourning, based off of what you said, right? Who's in rulership right now? It said, what did the scripture just say?
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
See, when the people that should be in authority are in authority, the earth would rejoice. Is the earth rejoicing? Is everybody rejoicing? You want to know why? Because the righteous are not in rulership yet. The righteous has a foot on their neck right now. The righteous are not in rulership right now. The earth could not rejoice right now. You know who's right now? Edomites. The white man is rejoicing right now. His people are rejoicing. African people, they're rejoicing. The East Indians, they're rejoicing. The Chinese, they're rejoicing. They're rejoicing. You want to know why? Because this right now is their kingdom. See, the lawless people right now, this is their kingdom. This is why the earth is not rejoicing. Because it says, when the who's in rulership, the earth will mourn.
When the righteous, no, when the wicked, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
When the wicked bear rule, the people will mourn. I know we've been mourning. How many times have you heard about somebody being unalived? Or how many times have you heard or had to go to funerals within a year? I know for a fact, if it wasn't for the fact that I said I wasn't going to them, bro, I would have been unclean at least 12 times last year. From going to funerals. If we talking about people being unalive, Blacks, Hispanic Indians are being unalive. They're being trafficked. They're at the largest rates. You think the earth will rejoice around it? Only wicked that people are being trafficked, alive at a mass rate. People are being taken from their families. The wicked are in rulership right now. That's why the earth is mourning. This is why we talk about separation. We're talking about leaving their way of living, their way of thinking, their way of moving, and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because when you come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, you will do something that the Lord wanted for you in the jump. He wanted this for you in the beginning. Matter of fact, go to I'm not gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna keep going along, man, because I was about to skip about a couple of these. Yeah. So when the righteous are in rulership, the earth will rejoice. But when the wicked are in rulership, the earth will mourn. We're mourning because what? The wicked are in rulership. If you mind, let's go to Job 9:24. Once you go 9:24, once you got to go ahead and read from it, Bible for sure.
book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
The earth is what?
Given into the hands of the wicked.
Understand this. We just said it. We just said that the wicked are in rulership. That's why the earth is mourning. And then in the book of Job, it's letting you know right now, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we did not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And what else? Not only is it given into the hands of the wicked, it does what? What else does, read scripture some more. What else does it say?
He covered the face of the judges, therefore. No,
Thereof. Keep going.
If not, where and who is he?
Understand this. If the wicked are not in rulership, if the earth was not given into the hands, we would not have coming trying to deport the Hispanic, coming to people's jobs, coming to people's homes, kicking down their doors, breaking their windows while they're driving their cars, snatching them out of their cars, snatching them out of graduations for their children. There's people that are trying to pick up their children from school and they're taking them. Had a kid right there, the kid is crying for their parent. And their parent in handcuffs, kissing them, telling them it's going to be okay, even though they don't even know when the next time they'll ever see them again. They got to give them a false sense of hope. Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Because we would not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Because we have not turned unto the hands of the Most High God. We turning ourselves away from him. We're turning our backs on our God. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. And the laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave us was for our good. It made us better than everybody else on the face of the earth. If you don't believe what I'm saying, don't worry about it. I'm going to get to it. We have it right here for you. Go to 2 Maccabees. Do you have an Apocrypha? Go to 2 Maccabees 7 and 31.
7 and 31?
7.
Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews.
Against the who?
Hebrews.
See, thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrew. What does it say?
Escape the hand of God.
See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we just got to learn how to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. We got to learn how to endure the time right now. Because once we learn how to endure in this time, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, so that way we are having the protection of the Most High God. The Most High God is going to deal with these people. He's letting you know the people who were the author of all mischief against the Hebrew, against the 12 tribes of Israel. Understand this. You're not going to escape from the hands of the Lord. You're going to get dealt with. You're going to get dealt with. See, the Edomites, the oppressor, they all know who their God is. Their God is not our God. The African man, oh, he knows his God. The East Indian man, he knows his God. Why don't blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians know their God? Why you don't know that your God is a God of war? The Bible lets you know the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. He's also a jealous God. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 20 verse, go to the book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. Let's start there. Isaiah 1 and 3.
In the book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner,
right?
and the ass his master's crib.
So this right here is letting you know, ox, they know who their masters are. And when it says ass, it's talking about a donkey. The donkey knows his master's crib. The donkey, you can take donkey somewhere and they'll know how to get back home.
But Israel does not. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
But Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, we don't know who our God is. We don't know who our master is. We don't know who our Lord is. Why? Because we don't even consider it. We don't even consider, like, man, who is our God? Man, who should we be following? You know what we do? We go along to get along. We go along to get along. Because I don't want to keep dealing with everything that's going on. So you know what? Hey, man. Hey, bro, look. If you say it's white Jesus it is. Just stop hurting us. You know, if you say that is Allah, all right, well, let it be Allah. If you say it's Buddha, let it be Buddha. It's crazy. Have more respect for their masters than blacks, Hispanics, and natives have for their God that's above all gods on the face of this earth. All gods that's in heaven. Our God is the most high God. And we don't even consider him. We don't even consider to find out who he is, how to say his name, how to actually pray to him for his protection, and how to actually get his protection. Right. We don't even consider. Go ahead, Art. What you got?
And can I? Well, I don't know if I'm able to.
What you got?
But because I was reading after the 2 Maccabees 7:32, it says, "For we suffer because of our sins."
Yeah. It says we don't even consider. And after it said we don't even consider, it says we suffer because of what? Our sins. This should be a wake-up call for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are suffering because of our sins. What is sin? Sin is transgression of. So there's something we're not. There's something that we're missing. And we're missing. We are suffering because of it. We're suffering because we are not following the law of statutes. We're suffering because we do not listen. We don't even consider to know who our Father is. We're just okay with dealing with foster parents that we don't even know. Because when you're following the customs of these heathen nations, those are like getting adopted with foster parents. You don't never get to try to figure out who your real parents are because you're too busy looking at the foster parents. Nah, I'm not sitting here worrying about these people. I'm gonna go find my real parents. My real father had laws, statutes, and commandments for me. And he told me, if I will follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, that I'll be above all nations on the face of the earth. See, but you're not going to get that in the Christian church. You're not going to get that in the Catholic church. You want to know why? They doing whatever they need to do. They're good. Christian church, bro, they are teaching and leading our people astray every single day. They tell you it's okay. You don't have to follow all the laws, statutes, and commandments. But you know, if you don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, you know that's sinning. And we all fall short of the glory of God. So what the Bible say? In the book of Matthew, it tells you to be ye therefore perfect like your Father in heaven is perfect. That's what the Bible says. So who am I supposed to believe? Am I supposed to believe the Bible? Or am I supposed to believe what y'all are saying? Because my father, see, y'all say that we are Christ followers. Like we're supposed to be followers of Christ. That's what Christian mean, right? Christ said it in the Bible, be ye therefore perfect like your Father in heaven was perfect. So if you're not doing that, then you're not being a follower of Christ. Hey, just put that mug in that room back there so that way y'all ain't got to worry about it. Go to the book Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, 5. Behold, I have statutes and judgment.
Statutes.
Statutes and judgment.
Uh-huh.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me.
Okay, keep going.
That ye shall do so in the land where ye go to possess it.
Understand this. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we were given laws, statutes, and commandments. That was what we were supposed to follow. We were giving it so that way we knew exactly how to live, how to go about it. So it's letting you know, hey, I gave y'all these laws, statutes, and commandments like my father told me to give y'all. Like I was supposed to. Because when y'all go into y'all's land to take it as possession, y'all will know how to treat it. Y'all will know how to treat one another. Y'all will know how to live righteously. Keep reading.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Do what?
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep going.
For this is your wisdom and understanding.
This is your what?
Wisdom and understanding.
So the law, statutes, and commandments is our what?
Wisdom and understanding.
The law and commandments are your wisdom and understanding. This is what you need. So that way you'll be all right. You'll have everything you need. You won't be guessing. Keep reading.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
Keep therefore and do them, because this is your wisdom and understanding. Following the law, statutes, and commandments shows what? Well, go ahead, keep reading.
In the sight of the nations.
Understand this. Following the law, statutes, and commandments will show these other nations how much of a wise people you are. It will show it. Because at the end of the day, you following the law, statutes, and commandments, it shows and it makes you better than everybody else off rip. Because people aren't able to do what you're able to do. How many people you know right now are suffering from substance abuse? How many people you know right now? How many partners do you know right now? If you tell your partners, bro, you can't smoke, you can't sip syrup, you can't pop pills, you can't sell drugs, you can't do nothing that we always been doing. How many of your partners gonna be able to do it right now? How many of your partners, if you tell them, hey, bro, you're able to have something to drink, but don't drink to get blacked out drunk. Don't sit here and get drunk. Like, drink to be able to deal. Like, if you got to take the edge off, if you had a long day, if you're dealing with, death in your family and stuff like that, to take the feeling, it's okay for you to have a drink, but drink in moderation. How many of your people gonna actually try to do that? Go ahead.
And then, man, I'm part of the I.S.U.P.K, all of them.
Brother, that's the realest thing you said right there on there. Because in the I.S.U.P.K, that happens. But in the world, who's doing that? You think Edomites is doing that? You think these other nations are trying to do that? You think they even trying to hear that? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they're not even trying to hear that. So you think the oppressors trying to hear that? See, the oppressor eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. But your God told you not to do what? Not to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Not to eat catfish. Not to eat crawfish. Not to eat those bottom feeders. Those things are good health. What is your Christian church telling you to do? Following these laws, statutes, and commandments put you above all people on the face of the earth. Because there's only a certain amount of people that's willing to sacrifice those things that you lust after to get something greater than it. What you got on?
You know, Christian churches and seafood boys now for fundraising.
Hey, brother, you don't think?
Brother,
you don't think I know? They ain't just now doing that. They've been doing that. They've been doing that. See, back in the day, they used to have them pork chop sandwiches. Yeah. They used to have the bacon, the pork chops, and all that with the greens and all that. You know, they have somebody that come with the barbecue pit, do the pulled pork sandwiches and all that. Yeah. Now they done went to crawfish boils. You know, because they used to sell them catfish plates and all that too. With the fries and the hush puppies and all that. Yeah. Now they done went to crawfish boils. You want to know why? Because now everybody feel like it's a delicacy. Everybody feel like getting crab and crawfish and all that and sucking on the eyes and all. Like, all that's good. When your God told you, don't do it. That's why he said the law, statutes, and commandments are your wisdom in the face of all nations. Because you're able to do things. If you actually listen, you're able to do things that people aren't able to do. It'll look like miracles to them because they like, man, I know we used to have smoke sessions. Man, we used to have smoke sessions so crazy, bro. It was just like, that was all we did. But now, you no longer smoke weed. You no longer are in them sessions. You're no longer what? Doing all the things that the Lord said he did not want you to do. You're no longer doing those things now. So you know what it looks like now? Now you're becoming a superhero. Because people's kryptonite is everything against the Lord. Because we all know what kryptonite did to Superman, right? Tore him up. Made him weak. Made him weak. And that's what drugs are to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster is to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what being a homosexual is to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That is what being a pedophile is to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's kryptonite. Those are all the things that make you weak. If you have to sell drugs to your community, that makes you weak. If you have to sit here and make whores out of the daughter of Zion, that makes you weak. If you feel like you have to be a whore, if you feel like you gotta trick on me and have tricks and be able to see about it, that makes what makes you strong to be like Lord, like because the Most High said, go in 26. Let me show you what the Lord said.
26. And ye shall be for I, the Lord, am holy.
Lord said he is what?
Holy.
What does holy means? To be set apart, to be separate. Holy means to be something that everybody else isn't. Because the Lord our God is what? He's holy. He's separate. He's set apart. Everybody can't be him. But he gave you laws, statutes, and commandments so that way you could be ye therefore perfect, to be something like him. He's showing you what it is to have power. He gave you the tools. He gave you the tools to get your superpowers, but you don't even consider, because you don't even know who your God is. Your God has put you above everybody else on the face of this earth, but you don't even consider because you're too busy being hand in hand with your oppressor. The Most High never had that for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He wanted us to be set apart. He wanted us to be separate. Because what else did the Bible say? Read the rest of that scripture. What else did it say?
And have served you from other people.
Say it again. Severed.
Oh, and have severed you from other people.
What does severed mean?
Cut off, like taken away.
Apart. To be ripped apart with aggression. Because if I severed you,
That's a clean cut.
yeah, I mean, I ripped that mug straight off. Somebody's leg that got severed, or somebody that had a severed head, means that mug is clean off. The Lord said the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians was severed from all nations on the face of this earth. 12 tribes of Israel, you're supposed to be holy. You're supposed to be set apart because the Lord severed us from everybody else. He gave us the blueprint so that way we could be separate from everybody else. But we don't do what we're supposed to do. That's right. Go to the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22.
Exodus 23, 22. Obey his voice.
We will come back and follow the law, statutes, and commandments. This will what will happen.
And do all that I speak. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
See, if we, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, will come back to following the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord is letting you know, I will be an enemy unto your enemy. You won't have to worry about fighting all these battles by yourself. You won't have to worry about screaming, Lord, Lord, Lord. Like, where are you at to help us? Like, can we get some help? You won't have to worry about none of that. Because the Lord will be right next to you. He'll make your enemies his enemy. And what else did he say?
And an adversary unto thine adversary.
He's letting you know, if you will follow my laws, statutes, and commandments. See, y'all talk about Christ? Okay, yeah. He's letting you know we will be an enemy unto your enemies and an adversary unto your adversaries. If you would do what we asking you to do, if you would follow my rules. See, it's a different thing to have a parent that's telling you, I got your back as long as you do it. If you did what I the rest of the way. How many times have we had that situation happen when we were younger and we went home and told our parents somebody did something at the school messing with us, and I can't do something because I get in trouble. Or they let the school know, because you all went through it when we was little kids. The first time we dealt with a situation, what did we do? With it, we told you, because anytime they told you in school, hey, if you do something, you'll get in trouble. You can't be fighting in school because you're gonna get in trouble. Tell the teacher, tell the principal, tell somebody in the hallway. We all had those same rules. And what happened when we did them? We told the teacher, what did they do? Nothing. We told the AP, we told the principal, what did they do? Nothing. So you know what we did? We went home. And we went home and we told our parents what was going on. That was the one time your parent let you know that they had your back. Your parent used to tell you, you know what? Did you already tell the teacher? Yeah, I told him. What? They ain't say nothing? No, they letting it go. Okay, well, you know what? The next time that person do this, you better pop him dead in his mouth. You better pop him dead in his mouth. I'm telling you it's okay for you to pop him in his mouth. And if I say it's okay for you to pop him in his mouth, don't worry about nobody else. I'll deal with it. I'll take it. You want to know what's crazy? The Lord's telling you the same thing with these laws, statutes, and commandments. He said, don't worry about everybody else on the face of this earth. Because understand this. They hated Christ before they hated you. That's in the book of John. The book of John said, if the world hates you, know that it hated me first. Your father is telling you that, you know what? Don't worry about nothing that anybody else is doing. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because you following these laws, statutes, and commandments pops everybody in their mouth. Puts you above all people on the face of this earth. And that's going to make them hate you. That's going to make them envy you. That's going to make them want to sit here and tear you down, and you just endure. You do everything I'm telling you to do because they don't understand I'm going to deal with them. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm going to deal with it. So you can listen to grandma tell you to pop them in their mouth, but you can't listen to your father tell you to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. We have an opportunity to be different. We have an opportunity to be set apart and separate. We have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. We have to separate ourselves from these other nations. Because once we do that, then we'll be under the protection of the Most High God. He'll be an enemy to our enemy, an adversary to our adversaries. We won't have to be worrying about Donald Trump. We won't have to be worrying about ICE. We won't have to worry about the East Indians and the Moabites trying to beat our women out of these beauty supplies. We won't have to worry about those things no more because we will be set apart. We will be separate. We will be in our own place, living life so beautiful, so beautifully. But we have to choose to follow the Most High God's laws. And with that, we're going to say Amajim, which means to stand. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. YAHANNA, Yahweh Barakatah. Yakin Matah, Sar, sisters, Shah, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Yahweh Shah. Yakin Matah, class.